How's it going, NPC Nation? Welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, we're going to do some future predictions. I'm not going to do favoritism. You know how much I like Trump and all that. And I'm Republican. Yeah, I'm Republican and all that, blah, blah, blah. But we're not going to do that. So, 2020 election. Let's start with that. And then we're going to do, what if the the Democrats didn't run or didn't have no one for nomination, so third party candidate was running. And then we would do all three. Different states turn to third party. So we're going to do that. First, 2020 election. So Trump, he will keep Indiana. Definitely. Ohio is Republican. John Kasich. Kentucky is. That's my three predictions. That's the states he will keep. His home state, New York. Let's also put New Jersey in there. Because New Jersey and New York are right next to each other, and that's why I'm doing that. He will get Florida again. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states that you have. Democrats, they're going for Alaska again and Hawaii. They're going to keep Alaska and Hawaii. So they have 7 so far. Whoever's running, they'll get their. If The Rock runs, and then that will change the Democrat. That's only if The Rock runs. For now, we're going to keep it Republican. Second district, DC. Stay with the GOP. Their second district, but New York, or not New York, you know who I'm talking about. This will go to the Democrats. This will go to the Republicans. Democrats will get that side, but then the Republicans will get that, and the Democrats will get all of these. And then so yeah, that will happen there. So will Democrats get that state? I don't know. Idaho, Democrats will get that in the 2020 election. Democrats will also get this state. And if that state might be choicey. Rhode Island. That's going to go to Republicans, definitely. What's the Democratic? But those would go straight to Republicans. So how about Texas? Republican. Am I doing favorites? No, because the North up here, these three states, and these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states, 8 states will go to Democrats. Well, Illinois usually is Democratic. Oh, I think they're Republican. How about these 2? Both Democrats. Both go to the Democrats. How about Georgia? All the South states down here will go to Democrats, except this state will probably be Republican. Democratic. These would be Republican. These 4 Right here in the South will go to the Republicans. This will go to Democrats in 2020. That's my prediction. And Alaska and Hawaii. How about California? That will go to Republicans already won, but it's not. Democrats will get that one. Democrats will also get this one. Nevada. No, actually, it won't. It goes to the Republicans. But these states go all the way up in here, I think, will go to the Democrats. Wait, California, let's just say California and Florida off until we get close enough. So these will go all the way down the line. But Tennessee, it's a southern state. Kentucky usually votes Republican anyways. Democrats. Pennsylvania, Democratic. Virginia, Republican. I'm not playing favorites because I'm not. So I'm saying because these are the southern states are usually Republican anyways. Because they're in the South. In case they change their mind. Oklahoma is usually Democratic state, and then Kansas is usually a a Republican state that makes President Trump reelected. I think it's Democratic. So we got these will might stay with the Democrats. So we got California. Florida went to Trump last year, so give Florida to Trump. Trump's reelected. See what happens. It's 293 to 245. That's what I think is going to happen, or it's going to be 300 again. Because you want a Democratic state. What if Indiana's usually Republican? Well, if it goes Democratic, it won't change anything. 282, 256. Well, if Ohio decides to change back, go 274 to 264. Democrats win. So let's say we have a scenario. We'll change these all back to gray. Change all the blues first. Let's just change them all back to gray. Say we have a scenario like this. I really don't like to get political in this channel, but I'm doing it for you guys. Let's just say we have a like this. Let me just change it all back to gray. And we have a different scenario. I like doing this. I know some of you probably Trump. This is not going to be Trump in this election. This is a different election. Still won't be a 2020 election, but different predictions. I'm just changing all the Democratic states to gray first, so I can do another prediction. What will happen in the future? It will probably happen in years from now, like long. A long time ago from now, but it might happen one day. So, change this all to yellow first. If you don't know what I'm going to do, I will tell you, what if, Democrats are still going to run, we still have two-party system, but what if 2020 we finally might get a third-party candidate president, or a third party with more than 5% of the vote, 9%, 20%, 40% of the vote. So, these are the states that will stay Republican in 2020. Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, like I said, and all the southern states. These are all going to stay Republican. Okay, these are all the Republican states. But, in Donald Trump's hometown, he 270 win, and there's 309 left. Well, if we get this, they don't vote Republican Democratic at all. These states will vote third party. They're tired of the second party system. So we're finally going to get a third party to vote. We're going to give Democrats one electoral vote. Let's just give them one. Let's give them all these. They don't really matter. Ones. They do matter, but it's only 5. So these states decide to stay into the thing and all these. But let's say they want to change. All these states don't want to vote Republican or Democratic too, and they like, hey, it's time for a change. It's time for a change. So they decide. Okay, we're at 200 to 120. So they all sent. They're all those in the middle over here. So we got all these. We got 187 states that has not decided. 200 to 125. Democrats have 26. Let's just give those to the boys of the third party or the girl. So the third party actually has more than 50% of the vote, 174 to 200, 177 to 200, and Democrats have 4. Not anymore, they have 0. So 181 to 200. So what's going to happen? Does this state next to Kentucky going to change to Republican? No, it's not. It's going to go third party. How about this one? It might go Democratic, but they don't want to. It wants to go party. What if California and Florida decide, hey, how about the southern states want to change to third party? They're usually Republican, but they all want to go third party and like, hey, third party sounds great. That makes them 321 to 78 their new president. The first ever time that'll ever happen. But let's keep all of these states to give them back to the GOP. It's 200 to 199. Pennsylvania, 219 to 200. So third party candidates actually winning. Well, if that happens, that would be something. So this goes straight to the GOP. These both are usually Democratic. They want a Republican. So they're going to go third party. The Democrats are not running this year, or they dropped out earlier. Usually, like this, usually give that to Democrats. 245 to 200. It goes to Republicans, so this side's all Republican. South usually goes Republicans, but it's going to 232. That state and this state go Republicans 232, 233. So these are usually Democratic states, except California was Republican this year. So we got 61 votes left. Like, we're going to have our first ever, people say, oh, we're going to have our first ever third party candidate. Here we go. These go to the Republicans, and these two 259 to 259. What do we do? Who's going to... These two states are undecided. That's worth a lot. They're both worth 10. 269, 270. This is how you're going to win. Republican. And then 269 to 269. That can happen, but third-party candidates usually only get 5% of the vote. But that can happen. That will probably happen one day. If the Democrats didn't drop out, the two states, and there's 269 to 243. So what do we do? All the states are voted. No one's at 270. Who wins? Well, if you have a three-way tie, basically, you have the Democrats have votes, third-party candidate has votes, have enough to get 270, 270. So who wins? These states are basically undecided right there. These two that I marked blue because they're still Democratic candidate, but the third party candidate has a great politics, great policies, and he gets in. So, what do we do now? It's 243, 26, 269. Well, it goes to Electoral College and all that, and the Senate. They finally decide, but all the states have voted. No one's president, but the third party candidate has 269. Third party candidate is your president. Doesn't matter. Because what does matter, because we go to Electoral College, we go to the Senate and all of them, and the Senate decides, hey, everybody's voted, but we have one undecided Senate. So let's say the Senate and this senator in this state, the senator in this state, since they're undecided, gets to decide who's president. 269, 243, 26. They get the 26 electoral votes. Since they're undecided, since both their states voted Democrat, and Democrats usually have the same amount of votes, and Democrats got less than 5%. So, let's see what happens. Those two senators get to decide who's president. One votes for third party, one votes for Democrat. So third party has won. If you see, it's 285 to 243 to 10. This state was the only one that has voted for Democrat. But that won't happen because usually Democrat and all that. People decide third party candidate. For history. This is just prediction because this is history right here. 295, 243. We have our first ever third party candidate ever. Or if you just say, okay, Alaska votes Democrat and Hawaii votes Democrat, it's still three. Still doesn't make a difference, but let's say Florida decides to vote Democrat and instead Republican, 32, still have a winner, the third party. Wait, Texas, Democrat now. And then it's not over. It's still not over. But it is. But it's not over. But it is over because the If you see, I have to see 288. Okay, because it's really small. 288, 86, 164. Doesn't matter. It's over. But can we get the Democrats to come back to see if there will be a new president? The Democrats are coming back, wiping out the Republicans, and I'm not really Democratic myself, but we still have a new president. Don't matter who the president is, it still goes to the third party candidate because it's over 270. If you keep doing this, it's over 270, so it don't really matter. In case you give all these to, but let's just change them back so we can see this scenario. So we can see the scenario once more. So, what if this ever happens? History will be made. History will be made in the GOP. GOP would probably history be made in the presidency. Anyways, we still got a third party candidate because they have over 270, 247. 291, 295 to 243. So that's it for my predictions. Will this ever happen? Do you think a third party candidate will ever become president or independent politician? Let's just make this gray independent. So they got 55, they got 61. Let's make all these independent, and then it's Donald Trump versus independent politician. And there we go. The independent politician is getting all that and all that. It don't matter. Well, if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Do you think this ever happened? Tell me in the comments below. Press that subscribe button, plus press that thumbs up like button, and press that notification bell if I make a video. And thank you.